Hey, what's up guys? It's Apollo here. Hope you guys are doing well, and today we got ourselves a tasty little treat. Right now you can see the army of the United States of America marching across the screen. So this is a fairly new faction added to the Napoleonic total. The guy just dropped the flex. Sorry, dude. Get over there in the front line. But yeah, this is a, where am I? God, that guy just totally lost my train of thought. Way to go. Drop the flag and everything. Okay, so this is a new faction that they added to Napoleonic Total War 3. They added it fairly recently, and as soon as I saw that they added the United States, I was super pumped. I was like, okay, I'm playing this right now. I did make an announcement. I was looking for someone to play against because it is a mod and it can be difficult to find people to play against. Well, no one joined. Poor Apollo, no one wanted to play against me, so I just have to fight the AI here. So consider this video more of a showcase, you know, just showing off the great forces of America. So yeah, this obviously is the War of 1812 style uniforms. At least I think so. I'm no expert on uniforms, even though I do quite enjoy looking at the fancy uniforms. You know, every girl crazy about a sharp-dressed man. So yeah, I'm marching in column formation. I have to attack the British. The British have a nice defensive position here. You can't quite see their army just yet, but we can see his general giving out orders. Giving out commands. So let's now look at the units here. The American roster is not that diverse. I don't know if they're going to be adding more in the future, but it's a pretty, again, not that diverse roster. All the troops on the battlefield is pretty much all the troops you can get. I think I'm missing a couple here and there, but let's go ahead and zoom in here and look at what we got here. So I have some light infantry. They got the gray uniforms. Nothing too flashy, but you know, it's a sharp uniform. And then I got some 22nd line infantry over here. Here's another regiment of this. Oh, everybody just dropped their flag. Pick it up. But yeah, the 22nd line infantry. This unit right here is the 4th line infantry. I do like these guys. They look pretty fresh. Look, even the officer, he knows he's looking good. He's like, yes, let's kill some Brits today. And then here we've got the 6th line infantry with the all white uniforms. That looks really nice. And then we've got just some standard line infantry. Very nice. Very similar to the 4th line infantry. Also like the battle flags. That look great. Over in the center, I'm bringing some skirmishers. I've got some rangers with almost like an off-color green, brownish color. And I think I've also got more rangers here. Yeah, I've got some rifles. They look pretty cool. They almost got like a yellowish uniform. Very nice. And then back here, I've got my general. This is the general's bodyguard. And over on the other side, I've got more of my my conscripts, you know, my militia. So I've got standard line infantry, that's like the standard troop, and then I've got volunteers, and you can see how they march. Even when they march, they're not very organized, and I like that you know, that little spice there. You know, they don't necessarily have to do that, but I like the fact that they did do that. So it really represents the volunteers. They're not well trained. They march not in perfect formation, and there's a massive number of them. There's 262 men in that regiment, and then we've got the Pennsylvania militia, which looks like it's a little bit better of a militia. You know, nicer uniforms. They march a little bit better, and then we have Maryland. We have Maryland militia, which they look great. They got dirt on their pants, the nice red, white, and blue, classic America. And then back here's my artillery. I've got the 6-pounder foot artillery, so I've got 2 units of them. And let's see, for Cav, I have the Maryland Dragoons. They look really cool. I like them. And then I've got 1 unit of light Dragoons. They also look really nice. I love the Dragoons of the United States. And I'm not just saying that because I'm American. I genuinely really like the Dragoon style of the U.S. The silver and blue. It looks really nice. Okay, so let's kind of zoom around. Again, this is more of a showcase to show off the United States, but we'll just look at the British forces just to get a good idea of what they have in this battle. Even though it's AI controlled, it doesn't really matter. But he's got rifles, the Grasshoppers, a special rifle unit. He's got the 3rd Foot Guard, so they're going to be pretty tough to kill. But I did give them a decent amount of calves, some Dragoons, King German Legion Dragoons, and I think that's pretty much it. Just a lot of Dragoons on the flank. You can see he's really pushing here. He's got the 42nd Royal Highland Black Watch, And over here, he's got more 33rd foot and 2nd foot guard. So he's got a lot of foot. Gave him a couple rifles and a decent amount of cav. I also gave him 2 units of artillery, which I believe some of the artillery is in. Oh, there it is. I just heard it go boom. Boo! All right, so he's got the 6-pounder foot artillery. So yeah, that gives you a general idea. So I have to assault the hill. That makes it a little bit more challenging. Now, my strategy here, even though you don't really need a strategy fighting the AI, yeah, I guess you do a little bit, but it's not as challenging. But my strategy here is to send the more professional troops to fight, to hold the main line, and use more of my weaker troops, not necessarily weaker, but not as good troops to flank around. Of course, in the very center, I have my rifles just trying to soften up enemy forces, just trying to, scout ahead and see what they got. We'll go ahead and turn on the mini-map so you can see the battlefield here. This is a American map here. It's called America 1. It kind of reminds me of Colorado. See the nice mountains there? Nice snow. But why would they be fighting in Colorado? They wouldn't. They wouldn't be fighting in Colorado. Okay, so the fight's really taking off here. Let's watch these American boys in action. There's nothing more that gets me all riled up. The 4th line infantry, the blue coats. Got the red collars. They look nice. So they're putting some shots down. I think they're taking on, let's see, who are they fighting? He's got some light infantry. Yeah, just a lot of light infantry up there. They're out of position. I've got a nice formation in the tree line. This is the 6th line infantry. What else do I got in here? The 6th line and just standard line infantry. The British are now firing back. He's got his 33rd foot. Pretty tough situation for them. And then on this front, we've got another firefight going on. Line infantry. See, I sent over 1 professional unit just to, keep the morale high, even though the morale is kind of going down a little bit there. But the line infantry unit, just to show the volunteers not to break. The line infantry is not breaking, so you shouldn't break either. Here comes a charge, though. The British are getting really aggressive here. We got 71st Light Foot. This is where I decided to send in some of my light dragoons to support my line infantry. So there they go, popping shots, shooting them in the back as they retreat. And now I've got some reserves that are going to flank around. My volunteers are going to push around. My general is under attack. I don't think the AI was doing that on purpose. I don't think the AI is a general sniper. No, I think he was going for my artillery, and a shot might have hit my bodyguard there a little bit. The fight is going very well here. Of course, my more professional troops are doing work right now. And then, oh, he's doing a bayonet charge. He's getting his bayonets dirty. Oh, got one. But they're not going to be strong enough to break our formation. We scare them off. And now my line infantry are fighting off the 88th foot. Devil's Own 88th foot. But they're outnumbered and outmatched. And they break. Over in the center, he's starting to mass up some troops. I'm trying to run down some of these rifles, make sure these British forces do not return. Yeah, just, because in this mod, breaking happens all the time. And just because your unit breaks, it's not the end of the world. You just need to make sure you get it back to the battle line. Just make sure you don't exhaust them. So whenever you see a unit running away, and it's a very healthy unit, like for example, this unit has 116 out of 142, just cut them down. If you have the opportunity, send in your cav and cut them down. But the British are now going to give me a taste of my own medicine and send in his cav. He's got the Dragoon Guards. This is actually a really nasty cav. My infantry is going to struggle against this cav unit. I was not able to form square formation. I don't even think, the militia can't even form square formation. They're not trained well enough to do so. I send in my dragoons to try to fight them off. Hopefully with the infantry support, I will be able to break the cav units. We got cannonballs flying down. The line infantry holding their ground, continuing to fire. The British are forming in the center. They've got a huge, just massive troops there. We are winning pretty decisively over on this front. My lights are a little out of position. He's got some light infantry facing my light infantry. But yeah, you can see the angle is not perfect here. We are fighting directly, trying to kill the 27-foot. But the light infantry kind of got us, you know, a little bit flanked here. But I'm going to continue to hold my ground because I'm confident that my light infantry here, they're going to be able to support, push forward. Push forward. All right, so now the AI forms square formation, which is not a terrible idea. Man, I love the look of this line infantry. Look at them. With the battle flag. Oh, that just looks so good. He charged my lights, or at least he's near my lights. I've got more rifles, more rangers kind of off into the distance supporting them. And the British Cav, look at this, guys. The Dragoon Guards. Whenever you're playing as the UK, always bring the Dragoon Guards. They're so, I mean, they're expensive, but I think they're worth it. I mean, they're so tough to kill. They broke through my Pennsylvania militia, and they're cutting down my my Maryland Dragoons. So not only did they kill my original Dragoons, they're now cutting down my Maryland Dragoons. It's insane. These guys are really tough. Yeah, get wrecked. Get wrecked. He's looking up, and then he just drops his head. I love that. The cab in this game is just a little buggy. Just goofy, I guess. Really goofy. Alright, so the fight continues on, but my cab... Well, actually, it's still pretty close. You know, I just sent in my Maryland Dragoons, so they could just try to turn this battle around. But we're really pushing back the British forces here. We've made some great progress. My Maryland militia doing a great job. Now, the balance of power is slightly in my favor, but it's still a close one. And let's see, what is this? King German Legion Hussars coming in. Trying to support the front line. Going after my line infantry. But I think we break them. The second Hussars? Yeah, they're breaking. Oh, no, they're still going strong. They actually break my line infantry. So it's so difficult fighting Cav in this mod. Because in vanilla Napoleon, pretty much everyone can form square. I mean, not everyone, but you know what I mean. A lot of units. In this mod, only the more elite units can form square. So again, that's going to be so important for positioning. You want to make sure you have elite units scattered everywhere so you can form square at really any location. My cannon's ripping through his cab, though. Is he breaking? Oh yeah, his Hussars are breaking. He's making a little last stand here. He finally breaks, though, even though he was outgunned completely. But to be fair, the terrain was probably not really helping me. Too much of a hill. That's why I'm moving up my 22nd line infantry. Here comes my Maryland militia. So we're really cleaning up the battlefield now. Volunteers are even... See, the volunteers, they're like the common folk, you know? They're just so angry at the British. They want them to leave. So they picked up arms, and the U.S. Army was just like, all right, here's your volunteer line infantry. Just form up and fight. We'll tell you where to go. I'm sure that, you know, obviously they train them a little bit, but the training is so limited. Oh, nice. Nice pop shots there, trying to take out the artillery crew. Artillery's trying to reform, face it against my line infantry. A lot of the British are constantly retreating, but again, remember, just because they're retreating doesn't mean this battle is over. Units come back all the time. But I'm going to continue to fire at them at the backs. Now my infantry's coming over. I charged in the volunteers to try to take out the enemy artillery. That's great. You know, send the volunteers to take out artillery. Just get them to flank around. Artillery crew is not that... Oh my god! Someone just flew across the screen. I don't know if that was friendly fire. What happened there? But somehow this cannon discharged and just flew one of the soldiers so far away. That was beautiful. That was wonderful. But the volunteers are victorious, and they're now closing in on the British, who look like deer in headlights. They're braking, but they're not moving. So we're just, you know what? No mercy. Get out of our country. You're not welcome here no more. So we're going to cut them down from afar. I'm surrounding a nice little kill zone around these British forces. He still has some artillery back here. So I'm going to push up some of my light infantry. Screaming and yelling. Give them the old Yankee yell. And then here's another 22nd line infantry. I like the gray uniforms. I like it. Nice, simple gray uniforms. Here we go. Here comes the charge. Yeah, artillery's not even unlimbered. And look at the little dance they're doing. It's like the little river dance. I love how there's just little dances in Napoleon. So, oh geez, oh my god, we crushed them completely. So that's it for the regiment. At this point of the battle, it's like, where's the last British force? Because, like, what do they have left? They've got a small unit here of the 27 foot. They're down to 59 men. But the other regiment, look at this. This is kind of actually really cool. He's got his 2nd foot guard, the Coldstream guards. These guys are really tough. And it's almost like the AI knew. He's like, I'm going to make my last stand in this tree line. So that's what he's doing. He's making his final epic stand in the tree line. It took me a while to find them, but eventually I do. I turn my 6th line infantry to fire back, and I'm gonna go ahead and surround them. I got regiments, you know, just hanging out. I've got my 22nd line infantry ready to fire at the flank. We killed the general, and now I'm firing on this flank too. I've got the line infantry. They lost a lot of, or they took a lot of casualties. They've got 84 out of 172. And this is pretty cool. Let me zoom out so you get the big picture of this. So, you know, firing in this mod, it really takes a while because they made the guns not as accurate. So this is where I do the ultimate bayonet charge from 3 different sides. So I'm charging in with the line infantry first, and then it looks like he's forming some kind of defensive square formation. The Coldstream are going to make their final stand in the tree line, and now we're attacking on the other front. Yes, look at the officer with the saber, gonna get his saber wet. And then here comes the 6th line infantry, and we've got them surrounded, outnumbered, and that will surely cause them to break. I don't care how elite you are not going to stand your ground against such a force. And then this is it. This is the final stand, the 27 foot. And that's it. Yep. Sound the retreat. And that's the battle. So again, this is not supposed to be like super strategic, strategy intense or anything. This is more just to showcase the mod. I do plan to play more of this in the future. I want to play as the United States against human players just to make it more interesting. It'd be kind of, you know, it'll be fun. It's definitely not historical, but it would be fun to see just this American army on European battlefields and fighting, I don't know, fighting with Napoleon, taking on the British or something like that. That'd be pretty interesting. But you can see I just wrecked them, but whatever. I'm not bragging or anything. It's just the CPU, you know? I am pretty awesome, though. The kills here, my 6th line infantry getting the most kills, but they also lost quite a bit. My line infantry, L3, so that's my 3rd line infantry. So pretty cool stuff. That's the Americans in a nutshell. Again, they don't have a diverse roster, but they look really cool. I hope they add more units in the future. But if not, it's still very awesome. You guys should definitely download the mod, check it out. I love this mod. Definitely going to be playing more. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, a comment, share, and of course subscribe. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.